Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line. Mark 59, Mark 8.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Check, 59. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long, it's Newton. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Switch. 20. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Great.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant. 56. Walk the right. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now whistles here, and we're going to get a timeout. Taken by the offense, as they'll use their second one of this first half and make sure they've got the play call right. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind that work.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lane looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
20. He's crossing. He's on track.
Newton now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Lane. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Back at the 36-yard line.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action. It's Newton. Gets this one to Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They fake the give. Newton. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Checker. 180. It's 59. Mike's the 59. Hey, come on, no, come on.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Panther first down.
We go. 18 Gator. Recon 132 fighter. Alert 3. Shoot. Hey, Zoom. Five.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Ready, break. 46. Hey, wahoo! Watch your slant, watch your slant. Watch your slant. 47's the mark, boy, 47. Check.
He'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's downed inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They come out here in the eye. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Great. Check, 59. Watch the run. They're running it.
He can run for it, and he will. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
SOS. You go tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
That's it. Ready. 59.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game.
And Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. McCaffrey on the counter. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, high 7. You draw quarter. 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
Let's go. 10-2 sauce. Leo. Yes. Ready?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And Catanzero's kick is right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Newton, and going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Gun. Hey, let's get this.
On 1st down, it's Lane. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Check 24.
Off play action. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It's just me and you.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Street's got it, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing here, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Here we go.
Here's Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
6-man.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 8. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Push it back. Smooth. Start.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight as well. Watch tight.
2nd and 10. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Newton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Let's go, baby.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it.